if a man loves me as much as my best friend loves me, like, he would be it. Because she loves me unconditionally.
I can tell her all my secrets, cause I know that she gon' keep her. Can't nothing come between us. That my main one, that my main one. Yeah, she up in here with me right now. I said that my main one, that my main one. Yeah, she know that she my ride or die.
Hey y'all, welcome back. So today, in today's recording, we do have some special guests. To my left, Don, and then to my right,
Quita. So we're gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves, say who they are. Don, you can start. Put your tag out there so they can follow you in your business adventures.
Okay, well, not just yet, but yeah,
okay.
Business coming soon. Hi, my name is Dawn Garrity.
First of all, it's not a job interview.
Oh, okay, I know this. You know, you gotta put your best foot
Right.
forward every time.
It's just me, relax. You know, quit.
What else do you want?
Who are you to us? Like,
Oh, I'm your friend.
Yeah,
okay,
that's all right.
My name is Quita. I'm their friend as well.
You don't want your tags out there? So yeah, I'll drop it below. Don't worry about it.
No, we'll put their Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook,
follow me on
whatever
Snapchat.
else
Keep don't know
out
it.
there.
I really don't know it.
They're special guests because today's episode is about friendship. So, you know, so what better way to have
The season finale.
versus, you know, with special guests. It's our first time having
Special guest.
special
Yeah.
guests. So start it off. So being that this is the season finale, we're not gonna do word of the week because we're not gonna be back for some time. So the word of the summer is travel. Too easy, like too easy to travel. It doesn't have to be like big or like expensive, but even small trips, small road trips, going to the beach if you're close to the beach, anything, any type of traveling, like it's definitely healthy. Like this was a trip, we're obviously on vacation because you see that we're not in our normal background. So this was a trip for us to start off our summer right, and it has been great. So it's coming to an end, and but it has been great thus far. So
Yeah. So basically, we've all been friends for like
2011.
I said 2012.
Okay, 2012.
Nice.
So second semester of freshman year.
Right.
So, there
And
you
we
go.
all went to PV, check the shirts, best HBCU in the land, period.
PD produces productive people.
And here we are, melanin popping, you know what I'm saying? And so basically we became friends and then we became forever. It's 4 of us. We got a 4-leaf clover. And yeah, 7 years in the game.
Gang, gang.
Right.
Period.
And this is our first annual trip. So I guess it can't be annual because it's the first one. But next year we'll be on our annual trip. We're going to try to take a trip every year together.
Maybe around the same time, Memorial Day weekend.
I don't know because
What is that?
I need to throw my, you know what I'm saying, to the left. I need like a, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand.
It's not a good time of the month for me to be going on trips. Anyways,
Okay.
so, yeah, anyone want to talk about how we met?
I would say, well, obviously,
Actually, I want Peter to say how we met.
oh, wow.
Why?
Because you
Okay.
gotta talk.
Well, I met Don in high school. We had the same birthday, so we became friends like that.
Libra gang.
Yes, Libra. Gang. Tasia, I honestly and truly think, I can't remember honestly, but I do believe I met Tasia. I know I met Tasia through Dawn. Therefore, I think Dawn met her maybe through another friend of theirs, maybe Faye. I'm not really sure
Okay,
how that happened.
I've heard about that.
And then, of course, Diamond being Tasia's best friend, we gradually met Diamond as well. And
So it was like best friends, and then like a 4 thing.
Right.
So like, obviously, you know, they'll continue to tell you more about what they do and all that good things. But like, they live like Dallas Fort Worth area, so they're together most of the time. And then, you know, me and Diamond live together, and like, so like we're like clicked up, but we're still, you know, one because we're college friends. So
That's the best I can describe it about how we met.
Anything else you want?
It's actually surprising that we made it this far, I'm not gonna lie. Like, because when we first started out, it was like kind of rough.
Very rough.
I agree.
Very rough. And usually, like, groups of friends like this really don't last.
Yeah.
Because there's always some things going on. Like, there was, I mean, I wouldn't say people was included in the group. There was some other friends outside that,
Not really friends. Right.
associates that was outside of that. Who could have been included, but they just didn't work out. They didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So what I believe having, and I have selective memory, me and Dami was roommates, and right across from us was Dawn and her roommate Faye. Shout out to LaPhaedra.
Not her name.
Government name?
That is not her name.
I've been calling her that since college. That's not her real name, but
Finance face.
yeah. So I think me and Dawn kind of like grew something, and then I kind of like swooped Diamond in, and for them all to be Libras, like for whatever reason they weren't. Diamond wasn't like the friendly Libra, but Dawn was very friendly. I remember.
Tasia just was a friendly friend, and Queen was a bully. No, that's what it was, and that's why some things didn't work out. So that's, but you know, we have moved past. We have moved past that, so it doesn't even matter.
I just really don't think I was a bully.
Everybody gravitates to Tasia because she's like tiny and like fragile and like a little baby.
A puppet.
It's okay.
I don't know nobody gravitate to me because I'm tiny and fragile. I ain't gypsy.
It doesn't matter. That's mostly the majority of the reason. And then obviously she's a good person, but
Oh, that's obvious. Sure.
the first things is because they like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Whatever.
I mean, we have done some crazy stuff. We done freaking.
On camera?
Nah, we just done some crazy stuff like, you know,
Not
been out
those
late,
crazy.
Oh, okay,
random
okay.
rides to Walmart in the middle of the night.
Random road trips.
That's true. They always come through for me, so I really appreciate them as friends.
Getting in trouble in the faces, almost getting kicked out.
And
Twice.
Ever come to one of our kickbacks?
Yeah. We threw them kickbacks. Everybody would come get our food and dip out. They done broke the doggone toilet in one of our kickbacks, not our house. We left. We found another kickback. Queen was mad. She was cleaning up the toilet water all night.
Pissed.
But I mean, she did live there. I didn't. So.
Diamond lived there too.
Diamond wasn't worried
Shows
about
you what kind of friends they are.
Even the DJ was still playing with the toilet water, just sleeping under his stuff. First of all, how did that even
I was
happen?
like,
Like, what could they possibly
So
have
I
been
think
doing?
I did it on purpose. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
To sabotage our kickback because they was having a kickback?
I thought y'all were having toilet issues.
No, not
No,
at
we
all.
were not. There was nothing wrong with none of those bathrooms
Okay.
before that kickback.
So
Nothing.
somebody was
Nothing.
trying to.
Talking about sweeping toilet water everywhere.
Okay. So that was just a little, you know, spill about us. Like I said, well, like we said, it started at PV. It's still here after the fact, so it is what it is. So this is the start of our annual trips. So next year around this time, hopefully we'll be on another one somewhere out the country, and it is what it is. So we're gonna start off. A general question that we have to ask: how do you guys maintain healthy friendships? Like, what is the key to successful friendships? Healthy friendships.
Okay. For me, I am going to say being open and honest and transparent. I feel like if you can confide in a person, I feel like that is major, and not having to worry if, you know, what you told them will get leaked or even judged by it. But I think between the four of us, we all genuinely love each other and can pretty much tell each other any and everything without being judged or frowned upon.
Yeah. I agree. And we do joke a lot, like, you know, that's just such me. I joke a lot, I'm speaking for myself. So I always have to throw a joke into something, but I think communication and being open, like Dawn said, is very important. Especially with growing, like I look back at how far we've come, and it's just like major growth. Individually and together, like it's major growth. So I guess growing up really does just like, things just do click. What do you think?
Definitely, I agree. I think communication as well. When there's a problem, you have to be willing to communicate, not being afraid to say how you feel. It might hurt the other person's feelings, but you need to be open with them about how you feel. And if you can't talk to your friends about how you feel, then they're not really your friends.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
So yeah, exactly. So, and you know, making sure you find that you guys have to click. If you don't click, it's not a real true friendship. Whether it's clicking over something that you guys like to do together or something you like to do separately, whatever it is, you just have to click. You have to have that bond with each other.
I would say another thing too, so just to add on to that, is like being open to criticism, because like your friends should be able to tell you about yourself without it being like, oh, you know, a bad thing. You know, like if you're my closest friend, like I need you to put like, what are my flaws that I don't personally see, because sometimes you have to take a step back because you don't see everything. So the outside person looking in, your friends should be the people to tell you like, hey bro, like, hey, you're tripping, or hey, your attitude is like this, or you know, and it not be like a bad thing. You should be like, okay, like, you know, maybe I do have an attitude problem, or maybe I do need to fix, you know, my tone and the way I talk to people or whatever else, you know, and it just be healthy, you know. So I think that's a very important thing too.
I think to piggyback off that, I think it's very important to, in order to have healthy friendships and maintain friendships, you also have to like look inside yourself. Are you a good friend? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants a good friend, but are you being a good friend? Sometimes we go through things in life and like whatever is inside of us comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like either like I'm super sensitive as a person, and that's because whatever is inside of me, or like, you know, there are other people who are like super defensive, or other people who are like super emotional, but it's like those things spill out into your work life and definitely your friendship. So you have to internalize. And then you also have to have friends who understand the type of person that you are, and then that will accept you for who you are and still allow you to grow. Like Diamond says, criticism. Me, I'm the type of person where I'm just a tacky person. I like being tacky. I like wearing whatever I want. These people just always have something to say about everything I want to wear. But
That's not true.
That's definitely not true.
It's that one outfit that we criticized.
One outfit. We never talk about your outfit. I personally don't talk about your outfits at all. But that one outfit was not
fire.
It was.
I'm gonna break the internet.
Please,
Yeah,
please
break world star.
Yeah, you know, you was not. You
No,
were
I'm just
not.
kidding. But stuff like that, you have to just know, like, even though your friends don't like it, if it's not like detrimental to your health, you still have to be an individual inside your friendships. That's my point. So, yeah. So I mean, healthy relationships are cool, but then you have some relationships that hurt.
But then you have to think about it too, like just like you look at the 5 love languages, you have to like cater to your friend's love language. Like, you know, if you're my friend who you like quality time, I'm gonna obviously hit you up like, hey, let's go get mimosas, let's go do whatever. But if my other friend is like, oh, I like gifts, like, oh, okay, well, let me buy her a gift for her birthday, or let me buy her a gift for Christmas, like, you know, that's her love language. That's her, you know, the thing. So you have to cater to your friend's love language. You can't just be out here like you said, like, you have to, in order to have good friends, you have to be good friends. And I noticed that within myself too, because I realized like I'm always like, oh, my friends never hit me up, but it's like, dang, do I really hit them up to check on them too?
Exactly.
Like, you know, so it's like I had to put myself out there, like, hey, how you guys doing? Like, hey, how's your mental health? Like, what's going on in your life that I don't know about that you want to talk about? Put it out there. Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, like, I'm checking on y'all because I'm trying to check the fact that I am trying to be a good friend, a better friend to them too. So yeah.
So like with healthy friends, you know, obviously that is something that has to grow over time. So what do y'all do when friendships are not growing and they become toxic? Like, how do you cut them off? Like, what point does that come for you?
I think for me personally, I think it just like gradually falls off. It's not like I don't have to put it out there like, hey, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore, or like, hey, like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Because to me, if you were my friend at one point, I'm gonna always care about you. No matter what you've done to me, or you know how much we don't talk, I'm gonna always care about you. So to me, it's just like it has to gradually like fall off. I might not talk to you as much, or I might not reach out as much, but like if I see you on Instagram, like, dang girl, you doing your thing, like, hey, I see you girl, you know, do you whatever, and it's just that, like, but there's no beef. It's just I gotta, and it might get to the point where we need to talk about why I cut you off, and this is the reasons why we're not friends anymore. Or if somebody asks like, oh, why are you not friends with such and such, like, okay, this is why. Like, you know, we just, after a certain point in time, we were friends at 15, and now that we're 25, we don't mesh anymore. Like, we didn't grow together.
I think same thing. I agree with what Diamond said. Also, I feel like if you have a friendship that's toxic, at some point you realize it was getting toxic. So if it's somebody that you truly care about, and maybe they're going through something that they haven't talked to you about, maybe you can ask them like, hey, you know, what's up, what's wrong with you, let's talk about this, because our friendship is on the rocks. And if it's worth salvaging, then you salvage it the best way you can. And if it does fall off gradually, then it just falls off. At least you put the effort into trying to fix the friendship to see if it was repairable. Because you know when somebody's not themselves, you know when somebody may be going through something and they may not be talking to you about it, so why not attempt to try to talk to them about it so that you can try to fix it. But if it's not fixed, then it just can't be fixed. So that's my opinion.
For me, I usually, I guess, cut ties with a friend once I realize that it's not beneficial to me or my life in the way that I am growing. I do feel a little guilty because I don't always inform the ex-friend like, hey, I'm cutting ties with you because A, B, or C. I usually just distance myself, and I don't know if that's right. But y'all usually tell y'all friend like, hey, I don't want to be your friend.
I don't think you necessarily tell them that.
I don't think you need to tell them that. But also, like, beneficial in what way? Like, so, like, I mean, there's so many ways that friends can be beneficial. Because you might have the broke friend that's like, nah, I can't support you, like, financially as a friend. But I may be, like, here for your emotional support thing. I'm here always, you know. I'm good at catering to your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, like.
So for me, I don't think that you necessarily have to like tell somebody that, but at the same time, like Quita said, people do go through things. So, you know, your friend might be going through something, and that's why y'all not meshing. But at the same time, just because you draw, I think people think if you're cool with somebody, you have to be their friend, and that's not the case. Like, friend, it should be up here. Just because you're no longer my friend doesn't mean that if you hit me up, I won't be there for you or talk to you or whatever. But we not, for me, and me and Don was talking about this the other day when we ran an errand, but like, your circle of friends should be so close knit that that's your vulnerable place. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be there. So whether you were a friend and now we're just on two different paths and now you're just somebody I know or an associate or whatever, that's fine. This is not kindergarten when everybody's your friend. They don't have to be your friend, and I don't call everybody my friend. I hate when like people always like, oh, I don't have no, like they're talking to you, oh, I don't have no real friends except you. Like, girl, you don't have to do that. We're not friends. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, friend is like very prestigious to me.
When I think about friend, I think about my family. Like, that's your chosen family. You can't choose what you're born into, but you can actually choose. You can choose your friend. Right. And if it's somebody that's important and that you want in your life, then that person should be on a high pedestal, not just an associate, somebody that you say hey to in passing. As somebody that you, like she said, you can be vulnerable with that person. That person knows everything or a lot of things about you. Yeah.
And I think for me, I'm like a sensitive, emotional friend. So sometimes when I'm going through things, I like lash out. So there was a point in time where I did block down Aquita. However, however, they didn't even blink an eye because they already know. Like, obviously, this is not her season. However, I think for me, I had to realize that friendships are like relationships. There will be ups and there will be downs. Everything is not, just because somebody's your friend doesn't mean it's going to be perfect and everything's going to be chill. Like, you still have to put in work, just like you would put in with your man or your woman or whatever the case may be. Like, friendships do have work, and I thought, I necessarily didn't think that. Like, I knew me and Diamond had put in a lot of work, but I thought it was because we were like physically close or so close. But it's really with every relationship. Like, you should be able to talk to your friends about how you're feeling or if something offended you or whatever the case may be. You don't just let things roll because they're your friend and not your man and not someone that you're, I don't know, having a soul tie with. You can have soul ties with your friends. Definitely. So
does it hurt? Like, honestly, it does hurt. Like, when you have, like, say for instance, you've been friends with somebody for like years, and it's like now y'all are at a point where y'all not growing together. This person is not supportive. They still want to be on like things that y'all were doing like when you were freshmen in high school, and it's like, I'm not on that. And it does hurt to have to like let them go, because like, dang, we've been through so much. You was there like during some of the craziest times of my life, and now that we're not growing together anymore, I have to really let you go. Like, like, it's just with me, and it's crazy because you see friends who are like legit friends, or maybe they're not legit friends, but who, when they done being friends with their friends, they put all their business on social media. And then like, that to me is like, how can you, no matter what anybody in this room can do to me, like, I would never put any of, you know, your deepest, darkest secrets that you only told me or only told the group on social media, because it's like, at that point, it's like, now I gotta fight you.
I feel like at that time, I feel like if anybody,
seriously, because like legit, because like there's some things, like we all been through some crazy things, and so for somebody to put our most vulnerable moments on the internet for the world to see, Like that's like, wow, like we've been through all of this, and now that we're not cool for like 5 seconds, you put all of my vulnerable moments on the internet.
I honestly think, and this is no excuse at all because I would personally never do this, but I think you have to be some type of hurt to want to hurt your friends that low. Like obviously something like you don't just, oh, we're not meshing anymore, some part of your business out. Like something has to happen for you to want to do that. However, not saying that is right and I wouldn't do it, but it's like if you let somebody have that much power over you to now you acting out and doing, you know, the bad stuff, because at the end of the day my whole thing is like I hate to apologize. Not that I won't, but I try to make sure I don't do things that will put me in a position where I have to apologize because I don't like it. So I am, if you do me wrong, which it took me a long time to learn, I wasn't always like this. If you do me wrong, I'm not gonna do you wrong because at the end of the day, I want you to feel like you lost out.
And karma.
Right.
So I definitely had an experience like that. I had a friend that we wasn't cool, and she did that same thing to me, like aired out business on social media. And me being me, the person I am, I went back and I did the same thing to her, which I knew it wasn't right because I'm not that kind of person. I would never do that. And
unsolicited.
Yes, like it was like she was poking the bear, and I'm a beast, so I'm gonna come back at you.
It's crazy.
You're gonna get what you're gonna get what you deserve. And after that, I felt really bad, so I deleted everything I said, and she continued to poke, but I just like
had to let it go. But why did y'all stop being friends?
jealousy.
Oh.
Period.
It's crazy because I had a friend do that to me too, and it was she was a really close friend of mine, and close to the point where it was like her mom, and she didn't have a good relationship with her mom, and like my mom would allow me to like go pick her up, and like she could stay at our house and all this extra, and like I legit was always there for her. Like when she didn't have money, I was buying her stuff, and like literally, and then you know, to get on Twitter to see all of my business that I've ever told her on Twitter was crazy. But that honestly didn't like affect me until like she started talking about my mama, and I was like, first of all, my mom was the mom who
you didn't have
that, right, like you know, who allowed you to stay in our house, and that's when it was like, okay, now we gotta fight,
right?
But, you know, I didn't do the same thing to her, but I just was like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I just really like want to fight you.
Yeah.
But we didn't fight because, you know, I'm grown up.
Yeah, mine was the same thing. Like my mom was the mom that you did not have. Your situation, your home situation was way worse than what mine was. You was always at my house. So to have that happen, it really kind of made me not necessarily want to have friends, but I did pull back from a lot of people at that point. I pulled back from just associating with people because if your person that you're really close with can do that kind of stuff to you, then it's like, who else would do it, you know? Mm-hmm. But then I had to grow as a person and realize you don't really just, all people are not like that. Yep, so once you meet those genuine people, you hold on to them.
Facts.
So okay, so in y'all opinion, what's the difference between like an unsupportive friend and then like a busy friend? Because like, okay, so what I'm getting at is because I seen this post that was like, oh, all your friends are not unsupportive, like some of them are like legit just busy right. And they can't get to you about the things that they need to get to you about. But then you do have unsupportive friends. So like, to you guys, what's the difference?
For me, that is a very thin line, but I think it goes back to people will make time for what they want to make time for. Yep. Just the same thing, I guess, is day-to-day activity, whether that's getting up, brushing your teeth, going to work out, going to visit a friend. You make time for what you want to make time for. Not saying that a person can't just be caught up in life and busy and forget to repost or like or buy. Yeah, but I think it just really boils down to you make time for what you want to make time for.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree too, because to me, no matter how busy I am, I still feel like I make time. So even if it's like, even if it was something to the point of I need to watch something of yours, and even if I didn't watch it, I can just be like, hey, check out my friends, whatever. I know, you know, me personally, I know I didn't watch it, but I'm putting it out there for other people to watch it because I haven't had time to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's like supporting, like, you know, and to support something that's free. That's a big thing. Like, you know, like I'm not asking you to buy nothing. I'm not asking you to spend no money on anything. So to literally like, comment, or subscribe or share something that I got going on, like that's crazy. Because, you know, I get it. Everybody has something going on. You know, even with us, like we all have, you know, dry seasons where somebody's going through something, you know, literally, you know, whether it's family stuff, relationship stuff, you know, work stuff. Like somebody's going through something. Somebody's finding a new job. Somebody's getting a new job. Somebody might have experienced, you know, death in the family. Like somebody's going through something, but we still find time to like, hey, let me check on you. You know, even like the little stuff of like Mother's Day. How you guys text me separately, like being that my situation, it is what it is. Hey, I'm just thinking about you, you know, just to let you know, like, hey, I want you to be good. If you need anything, just, you know, hit me up. Little small stuff like that to me, like, no, you could have been busy all day with your mom and your grandma or whatever else, but you still took the time out to check on me, you know, for Mother's Day. So things like that, like, again, like you said, people do make time for what they want, but you don't even, to take 30 seconds out of your day to like or comment or text me to be supportive about something that I got going on, I feel like that's not doing too much, you know. So
I think support is very big of a thing, but it could be so small, and people don't understand that. They think like in order to support you have to put all this energy and all that, and it's really not that. Like, we get it, 24 hours is not a lot when you're working and paying bills and hustling and coming up with your own ideas and in school and all that. Like, we get it. We're not even just personally asking for support in this moment, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't think people realize how important just checking in is. Like, we have a group chat, and I mean, sometimes it's busting all day. Like, we be back to back with the jokes. Other times it's not. It's just, hey, check in, mental health Monday or whatever the case may be, and we go about our day. We are all on different paths of life. We're all doing different things, you know what I'm saying? Like, these lovely ladies are 2 degrees hotter, you know, mass is holding, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. We're stuck in the military, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
thank you for your service.
We appreciate y'all.
You know, so it's like, we get it.
Fighting the country.
Fighting something, but we get it, and I just don't think that people really are hip to that.
To me, I agree, it's a very thin line. To me, when it comes to support, like, it's the simplest things. Asking you about your dreams, asking you what it is that you want to do in a couple of years. It's simple things, encouraging you to follow your dreams. Like, it's so small. Actually having a conversation with that person, like, what do you want to do? When are you going to put that foot forward to actually do what you want to do? Like, what is it? So when there's a person where they don't have to come to your events, like you said, they could be busy. But are you encouraging me? Are you asking me about what it is I want to do? Are you giving me ideas? Are you helping me find it? Are you reposting my stuff? Like, that's so small. Like, social media is so big nowadays, and it's used for so much more stuff. So why can't you support that friend?
What I think we have to define what is support too, honestly, because it doesn't just have to be a share or like on Facebook.
Right.
It could be something behind the scenes. I could be praying for you. You don't know.
Exactly.
Right.
Prayer. It can be simple stuff like that. It could be a phone call, like, hey, how was today? Like you said, it's so many things that you can do to support a friend. It does not have to be in the public eye. But if you're not supporting your friends behind the window, then how can you call that person your friend? Like,
you made a good point too when you said it's just the checking of, you know, what are your dreams, what are your goals, like
keep
that,
you accountable.
you know, keeping you accountable. Like, oh, even if you're like, oh, you know, y'all, I want to, you know, I'm on this weight loss journey, and I'm trying to like cut out alcohol, cut out sugar, cut out, you know, start working out.
Fail.
Well, actually,
start working out more. It's like, so you know, you put that in a good message, and your friends are holding you accountable. Like, hey, like, you know, how are you doing on your diet? Are you really cutting out alcohol? Or I seen you turning up on Snapchat. What's going on? Because you told me that you were cutting out alcohol. So just even asking like goals and stuff like that, that's a form of support. Like, you know, so and that's a form of growing with your friends. Like, you know, your friends are trying to elevate. Like, so I don't know if y'all remember, like, when we talked about the podcast beforehand, how I said when Tay grows, it's like either I'm gonna stay where I'm at, or I'm forced to grow with her, because like that's just how our friendship works. Like, or you know, vice versa. Like, when she's growing, it's like, dang, I need to really figure out something so that I can grow too, and I can elevate. And that, I feel like that's how a lot of friendship works. So it's like when one person is leveling up, you don't want to just stay on the 2 levels below your friends. So it's like, dang, now I need to like really level up so I can like match my friends, or you know, exceed, you know, what they're doing, so that way it's like a continuous growth.
It's like healthy competition, but not competition. I can't think of another word. However, I will put this out there right now. I don't care how long you've been friends with somebody, or friends, or whatever you want to call it. Do not let people stop your growth. Do not let people stop what you got going on. We talking about support. There are people out there who are not going to support you, that have known you since you was in diapers, period. Stop calling those people your friends. There's been times where I will be hosting an event and the people that support me will have so much negativity when I'm trying to be in a positive vibe so I can do things for other people. You know, whatever God put on my heart to do, that's not a friend. And they don't have to just call them a friend because they've been around. And that's not what it is. Be honest with yourself. If there are people in your life, there's this meme going around that's like, oh, y'all need to stop being so quick to cut everything off that doesn't serve you. You're gonna be lonely, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's balance, but no, you gotta go. Stop holding on to people because you're like, well, they did this for me in 12th grade. They paid for me when I had no lunch.
They made all my birthday trips.
Okay.
Yeah, and they also negative Nancy too.
Right.
But it's crazy to me, like, in that sense, because like if you're having an event and you can't even make my free event, it's free. It's legit free. I'm not asking you to put no money in. I'm not asking you to decorate. I'm not asking you to do. All you have to do is show up, repost, support it, and you can't even do that. Like,
and it's crazy to think that people show up for it, right? So I'm hosting all these free events, putting thousands of dollars into all of this, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna come. The last minute, they're not showing up. Mind you, all this is paid for on my pockets. I'm not getting no money, no grants, no nothing. This is not like a non-profit organization. This is something that I just put on my heart to do for women and things of that nature. Now I have a paid event that is profitable. I have to have all these things come into play in order for me to make this shake. I'm hiring people to do this and do this. Again, my money, ain't no money coming into this. And everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna come. No tickets are being sold, none of that. It's fine. I don't get stressed out and upset about things like that. But then when I cancel it, everybody's in an uproar. Like, oh my God, why did you cancel it? I'm so sad, no one's supporting. I wanted to come, I want to be there, I want to do this. It's just like, those are words to me. That doesn't make nothing happen. But as soon as I'm like, oh, let's throw a pool party, oh, I'm there. This, da, da, like,
I'm down for the turn up, like.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when you made the post, I literally asked you, like, where was all these people for the event?
Right.
First of all, to support your friends emotionally, like, period, because emotional support is probably one of the highest forms of support that you can do, because emotional support takes the most time. Because, like, again, this is just to revert back for her event, when she was stressing out, when she's like, oh, my friends are not supporting, oh, nobody's gonna come, that was all laid on me. So now I have to support her emotionally, because this is something that she was passionate about, that now I have to give her some type of emotional support, because, like, I'm really sorry that it's messed up people out there, you know. It is what it is. But, you know, I took the question to social media, and I did ask, you know, how do you, hold on, pull it up, zoom it in. How do you handle unsupportive friends? And it was a poll, so the answers was like, cut them off immediately, talk to them about how you feel, avoid them at all costs, or say nothing. And majority of people did say talk to them about how you feel, but then, like, close runnings too, it was like, cut them off immediately. So a lot of y'all are like really like out there just like, forget it, you gone, you're dead to me, pretty much. Like, don't hit me up. Sometimes I'm not hitting you up. It is what it is. I'm cutting you off.
I agree with Tasia just said. Sometimes it has to be like that, and I do agree. Sometimes you just gotta cut those certain people off. I definitely agree with that. But sometimes you don't always have to. It just you would know who you need to cut off and who you don't need to cut off.
And I don't think people understand it. At least for me, so I can only speak for myself. It's not easy to do that.
Okay.
If I have to cut you off, it's probably gonna hurt me in some form or fashion. But I'd rather hurt now than be hurting later, because you are not conducive to what I got going on. Period. Everybody can't go everywhere you go. Everybody's not gonna believe in what you believe in, and sometimes I don't want to be in a position where I can't share my dreams or my heart with my friends because they're not gonna be supportive of what I have to say. I don't want to be in an environment where I feel like I have to be closed in and I can't, you know, release the things I'm excited about, because people are gonna speak into my life and it's gonna be negative. So if I can't be me in all facets, we cannot be close. Also, you know, hey, how you doing? Praise the Lord.
Okay. It's glad to see that you're still alive and doing well. And I just
wish you the best.
I mean, I see some old friends living like, from what they show on social media, they're living their best life. And it is what it is. I'm not like, hating. I like that girl.
You any more posts?
Yep. Have plenty of them.
So like running, or
no? Okay. So another social media question that I asked. This is is a quite interesting one. So, can your friends date your ex before y'all answer?
What kind of ex?
Before y'all give y'all a little spill or whatever y'all gonna do. I mean, ex, like, not somebody you just like had a casual hookup with,
No.
but like I had feelings for this person might have hurt me, or I hurt this person, or whatever else.
Oh, you cheat this game. I was like,
You know, that type of ex, like
you shouldn't have cheated on him.
like no, like a legit, like a legit ex. Like y'all have been through some things like this, like maybe your first love.
Okay, hold on, let me read it. It says, can your friends date your ex? So my friend has also been through some things with me. We are close.
So your friends know that this is your ex,
and me and my friend are actually like friends. Like we are legit like
not your associates. Like, hey girl, bye
Friends.
girl. Your friend like us. Like,
why do I have to wait until my answer? It's no.
wait.
I'm not gonna even go
Wait,
there.
we're not there again. Wait.
Okay.
So, majority rule on social media was like no, 55%.
Oh, let's
55?
Wait,
55?
No.
The answer no.
She never had a
The answer is 100% no.
78%.
Okay,
that's
all right. That's all
I'm
right.
gonna say 55.
Okay, but then 22% said yes, they don't care. Like, okay, so then one person like legit followed up with like an answer and was like, you know, they don't care because it's the past, and like we didn't work out for a reason, and maybe my friend is who he's meant to be with. And she's like, it's none of my business anyway, because you know, because it's none of my business who any of my exes deal with after me. But you know, I say that last statement is true. It's none of my business who they deal with. But if it's my friend,
Bruh.
that's different. Cause you're my friend, you're gonna always be.
up to you.
Wait. Okay, so wait. Let's start with Quita. Quita, go ahead. Cause we always start with Don. Go. Quita, go first.
The answer is no.
Period. Okay, city girl.
Somebody that I was in a relationship with, whether they hurt me, whether we was in love, we just were not meshing well together, we were not vibing, we ended it, whatever the case may be. Somebody I was in an actual relationship with, that I loved, that I was vulnerable with, whatever the case may be, family, friends.
So it's a no.
The answer is still no. None of my
But
friends
why?
could date that, because I feel like you're crossing paths with two different levels of emotions. Like you may be over that person 100%. I hope that you are. You know, you move on. You're over that person. Your next person may be cool. Y'all may be cordial. Y'all may not talk at all, ever at all. And this person starts dating a friend of yours that you're always with, or that you see here and now. That's gonna bring some emotions. It's gonna be some emotions that you might not even know what kind of emotions they are, but it's gonna bring about some emotions. Whether they're whether it's anger, whether it's regret, whether whatever it could be. It could be any kind of emotion. I just feel like those two things do not need to ever cross paths.
Okay.
I just do not feel like somebody that you were in a relationship with, that somebody that you really love, needs to be dating somebody that you are currently friends with. Now, if you start dating somebody that I ain't friends with no more, I can't really be upset with you because I don't have to cross paths with this person. This person is not in my inner circle. But if somebody I'm doing things with, I'm spending time with, they're my actual friends, we go on dates together, we do stuff together, and you start dating them, now I gotta see you on a double date or at a game night. And that just might be too much for me to handle as a young adult. The answer no.
Don.
Okay, the answer is no.
I'm glad we're in consensus at this point.
No.
Why?
Why I say that is because I'm going to piggyback off of what Quita said. Given the fact we don't know if the relationship was even, I guess, healthily close, because I know I have an issue with if I have moved on and I feel like my past relationship was not
proper
closed. Yes, properly closed. And then I have to cross paths with you again with my friend. You know, no. That's just a no. And I feel like if she was a friend, she would know not to even like cross that. That's a fight. That's a fight.
Can I go now?
That's a thin line between
If
people.
my friend cheats on this man, he's free game. Period. Y'all heard how quiet he got? Alright, so y'all look for my my name in the hospital after the podcast goes off. Okay. Basically, mind your business. Basically,
She wanted the other person.
Go ahead.
Basically, it's a no. That's like big facts like that. There's honestly nothing else that can come from that. So no way, Jose. Pretty much.
No way, no how.
It's not happening. So I legit could not, like, I'm speechless because I can't imagine that whomever said that could even think that. First of all, yeah, it's not my business, but my friend is my business and will always be my business because that's what friends should be. Secondly, how you even get there? How did you even get to the point where
You plotting the whole time.
Exactly.
How did you
And then at what time did you get there? Like, were we broken up for a month and then you hopped on it?
how do you go about that? Like,
Because
hey,
like she said, it's a fight.
if I say, hey, Mita, I know you dated such and such back in the day, kind of feeling them, you know, kind of want to try it out.
And I'm kind of finna fight you.
Right, how do you even get
But
there?
to me too, like, it's because, like, if this is somebody who put me through at least at all any type of pain,
Well, you put him through pain.
Either
Why
way,
you keep doing
why
that?
you want to be with my
Whose side
friend?
you on?
Because that's what they said.
no,
No.
I'm not putting no right to pain because I'm great. We already established that.
A
Period.
growing pain.
Okay, but
Oh, hello now.
first of all,
Shake the table.
regardless, so if this is y'all are my friends, like y'all are my closest friends, and I'm telling you, you know, 9 times out of 10, y'all know majority of what's going on in my relationships. Granted, y'all might not know the fights or whatever else that goes on in my relationships, but y'all know all the good stuff that goes on in my relationship. Now, granted, if my man like did something like so detrimental to me, like that I really need to talk about it with y'all.
Because you know we coming.
Right, right. I know that. I know that y'all gonna come back. So if that's the case, and you know one of y'all decided like, oh, this is somebody who put my friend through some pain, I'm just going ahead and go ahead and put myself out there for this person. It's just like, why would you want to be with somebody who hurt me? And I don't really understand, like,
And
why
you know how
would you want to be somebody who, and it's crazy to me because what are y'all doing? Because now you're my friend. I didn't told you all these stories about what I done did or what, you know, whatever else. Where do you think you can compare? And especially if I done told you this person is still hitting me up, and this person is still on my line or still checking for me, and now you didn't date him or whatever else, and it's like, you know he's still checking for me, right? So you, first of all, one, you can't be my wedding no more. Period. You can't be my wedding. You can't bring him to my wedding because I don't want to invite my ex to my wedding with somebody else. Like, no, like, so what? You can't come to my baby shower. So you now at this point, we gotta stop being friends.
Nah.
You can be happy with my ex. Y'all can be happy in y'all little corner or whatever y'all got going on, but we are no longer going to be friends.
I don't think that this is like a real friend type thing. Like when I said that I think it's like, not us, but I think like, okay, you had a friend, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not friends no more. Maybe down the line, maybe some years, they end up talking to this person, then dating them. That I can say like, oh, you know, maybe that's what y'all are meant to be, but not somebody who's still connected.
Okay,
to
yeah,
a question. So what if it's, okay, say you got a friend, right, whatever. So say we became friends in college, right? You tell me about your ex from high school, but I don't know this person. I don't know them from a can of paint or nothing like that. I never know what they look like, but you told me about them. I just really just don't know. And I'm like, you know, I meet this guy, and then, you know, we have a great connection, whatever else, and then you come to find out this is your ex, the ex that you have told me about, but I didn't know that prior to start talking to him. What do you do? Because I'm your friend, but I wasn't your friend when you was dating him, and I did not know that this is the person that you dated.
Now I feel like that situation is a little different, just a little, because I feel like if it's somebody I dated in high school and I did not know you, and you cross paths with this person years after we have not been together, that might be something I just might have to accept, because it's not like you intentionally found this one person to start a relationship with them. Like, you literally just crossed paths with this person, y'all bonded, y'all in a relationship or whatever the case may be. That might be something that I truly have to just find some kind of way to accept.
It's like,
but now if it's somebody I've shown you a picture of him, like, oh yeah, this is my ex-boyfriend from high school.
but pictures, because sometimes pictures can be deceiving.
But sometimes, especially if you asking this dude, like, hey, where you went to high school? He said, oh, I went to Clark. And you know your friend went to Clark. You're like, wait,
But then again, if you're not from the same same place, then how can you kind of know?
Right. But once again, if your friend told you, I dated this person in high school, and you know your friend's from that city, and he went to the same high school as your friend with that same name you heard, why not ask?
I mean, I'm just kind of like sometimes things don't. As adults, things don't click.
Agree.
Okay, so the question is, what would you do? Oh, you're gonna ask a question.
Those would be my questions. Like,
me?
I want to know.
As a friend, I would be like, wow, that's crazy, but what's your intention though? Are you coming to me like, let's say it's you and this is what happened, this is the thing. She has a man, but I just want to be clear. Because you know your man is crazy.
Maybe not crazy.
He's like, okay, there's a million people watching. Okay.
He's a million.
You're thinking it's crazy.
Okay, I'm just trying to
$1 billion.
300 billion.
Subscribe.
So when you come to me and I'm like, wow, what is your intention? Like if you are so far into this relationship before even knowing that dang, it's like a, you know, I know this person, whatever. If you're so far into it to the point you're really liking this guy, I would have no choice but to be happy for you. Especially if it's years, you know what I'm saying, to where I'm not even interested, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like
a month.
It's crazy because honestly, let me just put some things. So this situation has happened to me.
oh god.
I'm not gonna go into like
There are questions.
Wait, no. I'm not gonna go. And I can't say I don't know if they dated. You and Don, y'all were cool in high school, but y'all was not cool. Y'all knew of each other, right? Yeah, but y'all wasn't friends, right? So let's say you was dating somebody who went to a different school than what y'all went to, and then she didn't know about it because y'all wasn't friends. So let's say y'all became, you know, obviously y'all became friends at PV, whatever. Y'all, you know, sharing friend secrets or whatever this person I've been with. You never show her a picture of this person or anything like that. You just like genuinely expressing your feelings for, you know, what it is that your situation you've been through.
Right.
And then, you know, a year or so later, she meets this person and she's, you know, she's feeling him. Like she's really feeling him. But y'all have become very close in y'all friendship. But she don't know that that's your ex. And then she hits you, was like, hey, I'm like talking to this person, like he's really cool, he's great. She show you a picture, you like, that's my ex. You know, that's somebody that I've been through some like deep crazy stuff. You know, that's somebody I've been through some deep things with. And you're like, you're expressing your feelings like how much, you know, this person hurt you, how much, you know, you've been through with this person. And she's like, yikes, that's crazy because I didn't know who that was, but I ain't really trying to lose my friendship with this person either. So it's just like, well, you know, what do you do in that situation?
Okay, I was gonna actually flip it, but I'll go ahead and. So, if that was to happen, and like you said, a year or so, like she never knew, and me and her have built this great friendship, and she has this relationship that she's happy in. I honestly and truly feel like at some point, like just me being me and me valuing me and her friendship, I'm going to have to accept it. It might be very, very hard for me to accept it, but who am I to tell my friend, you can't date this guy because I dated him 4 years ago and you didn't know about it? Like, how am I going to jeopardize her happiness? Now, if her and him went through the same problems, at least she knew my background with him. She can't never say, you didn't tell me this person was not a good person. So she knows the background that I had with him. She knows what I went through with him. She met him. She started dating with him. She has to make this. Now, if she takes what I told her and says, okay, I'm going to end it with him, then that's fine. But I'm not going to say, okay, well, in order for you to be my friend from now on, you got to stop dating so-and-so.
But you want to, but then how do you handle it? Like, so
it's going to be, I'm going to have to always be open and honest with her. Like, and not necessarily telling her, like, okay, I don't want him around because I'm still feeling him. And she will have to be understanding as well. Like, okay, that is my friend's ex. So I have to be understanding to when she might not want him to come around for certain stuff. So she might not want to be.
What do you do about like, date night, double dating?
She might not be able to live with us.
Game night, or your wedding, or your baby shower. These are things that you want your friend to be a part of. But
I agree.
Being that this is her man is also her plus one.
And I definitely understand that. I just feel like at all times I'm gonna have to be open and communicate with her, and I'm also gonna have to be understanding. I'm going to have to be understanding because now that it's her man, I cannot tell her, like once again, I can say, Don, break up with so-and-so, or we can't be friends no more. And then she'll be like, well, I guess we can't be friends no more. Or she'll say, I'm going to break up with her
and
lose her happiness.
Right.
between two people.
So this is what I would say. If your friend decides she wants to do that after you have the conversation, she has to know that it cannot be the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the friendship could be the same, but she's gonna, the same way everybody, not everybody, I'm single, but you know, people might have their men at this point in life and they could all get together and it could be a thing. She has to know it won't be the same if you bring my ex to the function. You can bring him because it's your man and that's what you want to do, but you have to know everybody's just not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
Open.
Right.
Open.
So one,
Exactly.
you gotta make that choice. Two, you have to know that even if you decide not to do this, like how much do you love our friendship? You get what I'm saying? Like you know it's gonna change, you know it's gonna alter. So what's more important to you? The fact that he could be the one or your friendship? Because if he's not the one, do you go back and get your friendship back? Like it's already tarnished.
You
know what I'm
can't.
saying?
I feel like it's gonna be tarnished at that point.
There's no coming back,
regardless.
but even though, like you said, like, cause even like, let's say like, your friend comes to the function with your ex, and you're in a new relationship. Now your man looking like,
dang, I gotta
why is he here? Like, cause you're your man, right? Your man.
That's non-boo. Then he gonna look at me like, what?
Your ex man is like, I mean, even though he might not have a problem because he's like, oh, I'm better, but it is what it is. But it's something that you have to really think about because at this point now, let's just say that did happen now between you two, and now me and Tasia looking at you like, now we don't even want to be friends with you because
I feel
we done feel some type of way, and I'm like, oh, I backdoor, I agree with her because she have all rights to feel how she feel because this is her ex.
I feel
and now it's like, now you ain't got no friends.
I honestly feel like that kind of situation will open up so many doors for so many things. Like whether my parents don't like you no more, whether my grandparents don't like you no more, whether there's some type of feelings there. Our mutual friends might look at you different.
Because everybody's gonna backdoor you. I mean, a lot of people, I can't say everybody, a lot of people who do mutually agree are gonna backdoor you and be like, yeah, she's wrong. And she can never come to any family function. She can never come.
And to think you do all of this and he's not even the one.
And then he cheat on you.
Wow.
But once again, I feel like if it does work out and you and that person are able to remain friends.
You not good? Because you really laughing like, dang. You don't wish bad on people.
I'm not pushing back. But that can happen. But you think that a lot of people, it's crazy because
everything's crazy.
It's
crazy. It's crazy.
Because that one time, that one person who was like, when I told him like dating your ex, that was like, oh, he'll never do that to me. And I'm just like, okay. And now she's a single mom.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. That's how it's probably gonna play out.
Because it played out the same exact way, like
And if it plays out any kind of
worse, because I didn't have a baby with him.
That's true.
Exactly.
So I mean, people don't really listen. So you think people change when they want to change, and you're not gonna make nobody change. And let's just move right along. Period. Whatever.